So it's no surprise that AI Max is officially rolled out across every advertiser using Google Ads. And as it's been rolling out, I've had multiple people in my audience reaching out, asking questions about AI Max, because there's a lot of confusion around what exactly this feature does. Is it mandatory? Should you even trust it? What exactly does it do? What type of reporting is available? So I'm going to answer all of the most frequently asked questions about AI Max in this video. And then I'm also going to share some preliminary findings that I have found from testing and pretty much being your guinea pig for AI Max, because I've actually been dipping my toes in it and want to just share my personal opinion and whether you should trust AI Max and whether you should even be using AI Max right now as it stands. So let's go ahead and take you through some of the most frequently asked questions. So number one, is AI Max mandatory? AI Max for search ads is not mandatory. There is a toggle switch that you can turn on and off at the campaign level on the settings of your campaign. So all you need to do is just toggle it on if you want it on, toggle it off if you don't want it. How exactly does AI Max work? So the way that AI Max works is you just toggle the switch on in your campaign settings, and it will do three things for your ads. Number one, it will use keywordless targeting and pretty much find the best keywords to target based off of scanning the intent of your website. And Google claims that it knows how to find the best conversions for you. So that's why it's hoping that you'll trust it by letting Google choose the best keywords for you. So pretty much you don't need to enter any new keywords. On top of that, it will pick the best URL on your website to send the traffic to. And then additionally, it will pick or write the headlines and descriptions from your given the website or landing page, and it will write the specific ads. So it pretty much will do all three of the quote unquote most important things that I would say that you would need to focus on if you want to generate the best results from your Google ads. Picking the quote unquote keywords, but it's using its own technology to find the best, keywords for you. And then on top of that, writing the ads given your website or landing page. And on top of that, finding the best URL, final URL on your website. So what are the benefits of it? Well, in terms of the benefits of it, it does all the heavy lifting for you. Pretty much all you need to do is just put in your website URL, and then it will pretty much do the rest. You don't need to do any keyword research. You don't need to do any ad copywriting or even find the best URL on your website. It will do all that for you. That's what it claims to be the benefit, but I will share with you what I'm seeing from my end in a little bit. But those are the quote unquote benefits that it claims. Pretty much the benefits are pretty much how it works. How can you enable it? I already mentioned earlier, you would just toggle a switch on in your campaign settings. So just to quickly show you, within a Google account, you would just go here to your campaign, click on the settings, and then scroll down, AI Max for search campaigns. All you would need to do is turn this on just by toggling the switch. So Google's really trying to push this AI Max. As you can see, it's got a very big area within the settings. So it's really trying to push users to opt in because it claims that advertisers will typically see 14% more conversions or conversion value at a similar cost per acquisition or ROAS. I'll talk about that as I get into the my opinion of it, but I just wanted to share exactly how to find it. So who should use AI Max? I want to call it PMax, but this is AI Max for search ads. Who should use AI Max? I already did a video just introducing AI Max before, but this video I wanted to take you in a little bit deeper and explain, who should be using AI Max. Well, you should be considering AI Max if you have maxed out your search campaign delivery, meaning you've pretty much maxed out on your budget on your specific search campaigns and you're looking for ways to scale outside of just regular search and broad match, then you can try AI Max. I would say that the goal should be to maximize within your within a smart bidding strategy using exact and phrase match, then open it up to broad match, and then after that you would consider AI Max. But this is going to be more useful for bigger ad spenders. So when I'm saying bigger ad spenders, I'm probably going to say it's going to be in the range of, let's say, $50,000 or more a month. If you're not spending anywhere near that, I don't want you to consider AI Max at all. But I'll also share my personal feedback on what I've seen and how AI Max is really performing. But who should consider it? It should be people or advertisers that have pretty much maxed out on their performance given the constraints that they're giving Google and want a way to capture incremental conversions through Google Ads, and that would be through AI Max. How do you view performance of AI Max? So you can actually view the performance of AI Max through the search terms report. There's no specific report currently that's only specific to AI Max. You would have to go to the search terms report, and there is visibility in the search terms report. If you sort by match type, you'll see the search queries that are triggering through AI Max. So even though you're not bidding on keywords specifically using AI Max, and Google will find the best keywords or search terms to match you to using AI Max, pretty much the reporting will come through in the search terms report mixed in with your other search terms. So if you only have like one campaign that doesn't have any keywords on it and you're only using AI Max, it will just show as all AI Max. So that's how you would view performance. You can't get that granular into the specific devices and audience and so forth. As far as I can see currently as it stands, and this is in Q3 of 2025, and this is pretty much in beta, as you saw from the screen share that I was just showing you in the Google Ads account. It is still beta. So do I expect the performance data to get better? Hopefully, but right now you're only able to see it from a search terms level. What are the considerations or downsides of AI Max right now? I would say a couple things. Number one, it is in beta. So Google's still working out the kinks. And if you are not okay with being a guinea pig for Google, then probably might want to hold off on using AI Max. Right now, I'm testing it because I have a client that is pretty much fully scaled and wants to consider using other avenues to get more leads at a specific cost per lead, and we're using AI Max currently. Other things is when it comes to downsides, you don't have control over the ad copy. So there could be some major ad copy blunders if you are in an industry that's highly regulated, that needs to have specific wording in the ads, or you're afraid of misspellings or something that could be very damaging to your reputation. Right now is probably not the best time to be testing AI Max because there's not really any real guardrails to protect you from these types of things happening. And I'm going to show you an example in just a minute here of what I'm talking about. But that's another thing that I want you to be aware of, is you don't have control over the specific ad copy that your potential leads would be seeing. And then other downsides is just the performance data. There's not a ton of performance data. There's more performance data than there was when PMax first came out. But with AI Max, there's only really performance data within the search terms report. So you can block out searches that your potential that users were matched to or clicked on because that came through AI Max. But other than that, that's the only real optimization that I see that's possible. But I do expect AI Max, as time goes on, to be a very critical feature of Google's search offering. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Should I test it right now in 2025? Maybe you might be watching this in 2026. But I think as it stands right now, because it's in beta, and based off of the results that I've been seeing as I've been testing this within Google ads for some of my clients, I don't think that it's ready for smaller advertisers to use. When I'm saying smaller advertisers, I'm saying smaller advertisers that are spending like less than $50,000 a month, that haven't fully capped out their budget, that still have opportunities to maximize within areas of their Google Ads account that they have full control over. So that's what I have to say about that. Now, when it comes to the actual results, the results that I've been seeing from testing it on specific clients, and the reason why I've been testing this on specific clients, even though I'm telling you right now that it's probably not in your best interest to do it if you're a smaller advertiser spending less than $50,000 a month, is because these clients that I'm working with are very they're very forward thinking in that they're okay with testing and trying new things so that they can see how they can get incremental leads at a specific cost per lead. As long as we're hitting a specific cost per lead goal and they're quality leads, that's all the client really cares about. Even if the search terms are very wacky, it's still okay as long as the quality is there. So, as I've been testing this out for maybe about 2 months now, and the other thing that I want to mention that I didn't mention earlier is that AI Max gives you the ability to appear in AI overviews. Now, I haven't seen it in the wild, but I've heard from other PPC advertisers, marketers, and small business owners that have been testing it out, that they're seeing their ads appear in the AI overviews, AIO. I haven't seen it, but if you want your ads to appear there, that's where Google's allowing advertisers to appear. It's a form of monetization for Google. I haven't seen it, but it is a way to appear in the AI overviews. So should you test it right now? Only if you have fully maxed out your Google search ad performance, given your specific cost per lead acquisition goal, and you are spending, I'm saying $50,000 a month. It's just an arbitrary number. But usually if you're spending less than that, and you haven't maxed out on your results, don't even bother, because you could be opening yourself up to a huge can of worms. And I mean, it's as easy as turning it off if you get bad quality leads, but you really need to focus on the fundamentals of actually perfecting your search campaign before even reaching farther and trying to grab more with AI Max. So as it stands, from my personal testing, when I'm looking at the search terms report for AI Max, I'm seeing some very wacky search terms. Like, they're not even related. They're just like all over the map. And you would think that like broad match, it colors outside the lines. AI Max is just like coloring everywhere across. It's just a very wild way to match. And I am getting leads from it. The quality is very hit or miss. So I am going to say that right now is not the best time to test it. Number one, because it's in beta. And number two is because it's been a little bit wacky. But my client is willing to see things through, give it some more time to work out its kinks to then decide whether it should continue moving forward, especially because they want to show up in AI overviews because they're in an industry where they want to really dominate on that. So that's what I have to say on AI Max. It's something that you should be educated on. It should be something that that you're aware of. And I just want to let you know that I think it's going to be one of Google's core products way down the line, maybe in a year or two. It's going to be baked into the actual, search campaign, and it's not going to be a choice, and it might actually become mandatory. So just be prepared for this keywordless technology. Be prepared for the ad copy writing. Be prepared for the final URL expansion. Have a really well written website with great content that is designed to convert, because pretty soon your ability to have full control is probably going to be more limited. So that's my thoughts on AI Max. The other thing that I want to share is, with talking about the consideration and downside of AI Max, I saw that on LinkedIn, someone had posted this screenshot, and I don't know if it's made up, but I don't think it is made up. It's actually kind of interesting. Coach, the brand, it's a premium luxury goods brand. They make purses, shoes, and so forth. Their ad says made with waste. And when I saw this screenshot, I was just thinking to myself, this is definitely using some type of either AI. It has to be, because this is sponsored ads. So this is definitely from Google Ads. And unless it's not DKI, unless it's what is it called? It's not DKI. It's skipping in my brain right now on what it's called, and I use it all the time. DSA. It's not DKI. Unless this is a DSA, this is most likely an AI Max created ad. And this is scary because made with waste, how do you bounce back from that? And the interesting thing is, when I went to the Coach website, on the FAQ, it said something along the lines of made with it said something along the lines of made with waste, but it didn't actually say made with waste. I'd have to pull it up. But in the interest of time, basically what Google's AI Max did was it scanned the website, probably looked at the FAQs and was like, okay, what can we fit in our character count, and what can we say that's compelling? And then it just pulled that, and then it's like, okay, made with waste. So before testing, especially if you're a big brand, I probably would say AI Max is not ready for you. Unless you're okay with this type of thing happening. But this is a classic example of why it's not a good idea to just jump right into using AI Max, even though I am doing it for a client and just testing it out because I want to expand my reach and also show up in AI overviews. That's another reason for it. But the quality of what's been coming through has been very hit or miss, but I'm not yet ready to just pull the plug on it. I just want to say that if you are a brand that really cares about your reputation, that really cares about, and you would think that every brand would, but some brands are more daring and want the ability to have that share of voice, and you are okay with the risks and potential, Google saying something that could potentially jeopardize, then I would say stay far away from AI Max right now, at least until it's worked out its kinks. PMax, it took a while to actually get to a place where it's actually delivering very strong results. So right now it's in beta mode. I would probably not recommend it to 95% of advertisers that are watching my videos, because like 95% of the advertisers watching my videos are typically small businesses. They're local businesses that want to generate phone calls, form submissions on their website or landing page, but they're nowhere near maxing out their performance on Google search, and they're also nowhere near maxing out their performance on LSAs. So for that reason, I would say they would not be a good fit for AI Max until you've actually maxed out your ad performance on those channels before even considering this. So that's what I have for you in this video, guys. If you have any questions about AI Max or want to contribute, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm the founder of Level 28 Media, and I help local service-based businesses generate leads from Google Ads. So if you are a local service and you need help generating leads, need an audit or managed services, check out the link below and I'd be more than happy to have a discussion with you. Thank you.